We're Team Delightly. For those of you that don't know, I'm Evan, and up here with me is the lovely Kurt, Meg, Rachel, and Marco. And we're here today to talk to you about our app, Delightly. Delightly is currently being positioned as the fastest way to make someone's day. And in essence, what it boils down to is it takes aim at enabling individuals the opportunity to give a gift as quickly and easily as sending a text message. And so within the app itself, we've baked in a number of elements to help kind of kick it up a notch and to make the overall gift giving and receiving experience as delightful as possible. And so the following reflects a number of those more notable features. The first is with respect to the actual gift giving process. It is structured in such a way where it is as simple and minimal as possible. So within a couple quick clicks, you can go from opening the application to actually sending off the gift. A notable feature of the gift giving process is the personalization aspect of it. So we've kind of made some modifications to that and amplified the capabilities that an individual will have, as you'll see here in a second, to give people the opportunity to add a little bit more of their personal touch to it.
As I would say, personalization is a core value of our product. Delightly is about convenience without sacrificing meaning. Receiving a gift is the first touch point of the experience of most of our customers. So, how does it feel to be in Delight? Let's check it out. Let's say it's a birthday.
Hi Danielle, since I'm in California and you're in Minneapolis, the first one's on me tonight. Happy birthday, friend!
For that missed occasion?
Hi Mom, I'm sorry I can't make it tonight. I'm stuck at work, but while you and Dad are at dinner, I'll buy you some dessert. I'm so sorry and I love you.
Perfect for a corporate.
Hi Brian, on behalf of the team at Anatech, I just wanted to thank you so much for your business. Enjoy a bottle of wine on us.
And someone feel you drink?
Hey babe, 2 more days in New York, then I'm coming home. Guess this coffee's gonna have to keep you warm until I get there. Love you.
This personal message will make the beer, the coffee, the tie, or the dessert unique and special.
So another feature we're going to do is, as most of us have experienced, when you get a gift card, it's usually tied to a specific location. And so if you happen to be somewhere where that store or merchant isn't around, it actually becomes more of a burden to redeem than anything. So what Delightly looks to do is, in essence, leverage the financial transaction aspect of it and the ability to unlock money anywhere and provide you with a list of merchants who actually provide the product or service that you have been gifted. And it's all in an attempt to sort of seamlessly integrate into the lives of the individual who's receiving the gift and make it as painless as possible. In addition to that, we're looking to establish a sort of a voice for the Delightly brand. And one of the ways that we're trying to do that is by curating a list of local merchants or products that actually help to deliver a delightful experience. And so having a curated list of what we're referring to as Delightly picks would be something that the recipients have when they're actually making a redemption choice.
By checking in your selected merchant, Delightly will send the funds directly to your bank account. This gives you the convenience and the flexibility to rather pick the selected gift or choose something else. Once the funds were transferred, Delightly will prompt you with a thank you. You can send thank you note, video, or voiceover. And this is how we close the loop of the experience.
So now let's take a little bit a look at the landscape in which Delightly sits. First, the consumer touch points. We're going to do some targeted advertising. We're going to be working with the search engines to make sure that we're optimized. We are going to be utilizing social media to fit seamlessly into the fabric of the tools that everyone uses already. And we're going to be on the app stores because we are, of course, an app. In terms of social media, we wanted to call that out specifically here because it is an important part of our strategy. I'm sure most of you are on Facebook and receive birthday reminders, and it's become a part of our culture to say happy birthday. We're going to actually have those reminders come into the app so you know when it's somebody's birthday and you can send them a quick Delightly in a matter of seconds. The same with LinkedIn for promotions, new jobs, things like that. We'll also be using social media to do some targeted marketing for ourselves. We are a technology company, so we'll be working with a variety of vendors. We're going to be working with a hosting company. We'll be leveraging a few different types of developers at a few different parts of the process, and we're working on sourcing those right now. We are going to be on both iOS and Android, and we are going to use all of the popular networks. In terms of financials, we are finalizing those right now, but in terms of processors, we're focusing right now on Braintree and on balance payments. Braintree allows you to take mobile payments very easily, and balance payments is a company that allows you to do things like have funds sit in escrow. So we're looking at two different types of payment processors there. And then, of course, we're going to take all the normal Visa, MasterCard, Discover. In terms of merchants, as Evan mentioned, we're going to take a brand point of view, and we're going to be recommending merchants in a variety of areas. So we're going to start with the Bay Area and cultivate a really delightful list of merchants that we're going to work with. And then we would roll that out in groups of cities. And we think that's going to enable us to do some unique partnerships and revenue opportunities with those merchants down the road. So in terms of our in-house operations, we have a broad skill set on our team. We all are able to pitch in almost everything, but we do have a few areas of focus. I've been working on operations. Evan's been working on the product. Marco's been really involved with the whole experience. Kurt's been involved with the strategy, the financials. And Meg is really our key for user outreach, experience, and getting that real user-driven research that we need to validate our concept. We're going to outsource a variety of functions as well. We're going to outsource legal, HR, and accounting. And then we're also working to find some engineers, and we're thinking that's probably going to be outsourced at least at first.
Taking a step back and looking at the market that we can possibly fit in, Delightly, from an operational perspective as well as an experience perspective, is unique. So the comparable industry that we're looking at is gift cards. In terms of giving, we know that gift cards were the #1 holiday gift in 2013. From the occasions, it's not surprising that birthdays and birthdays is important from Delightly that just because they keep coming to close 3rd and 4th. And then from a receiver's perspective, 9 in 10 would prefer to receive a $25 gift card instead of an actual physical gift that's worth $25. And over half would still rather receive that $25 gift card over a $50 physical gift. From the driving traffic to business perspective, 1 in 4 gift cards would buy something that they wouldn't actually normally buy themselves. So we know that not only are they getting them in the door, but they're getting them to spend more. And lastly, the most recent report, 46% of gift card buyers and receivers are interested in local gift cards. So we know that people want a fast and easy way to send cash.
So let's talk a little bit about how we're going to make money on this. First and foremost is we're going to be charging $1 off of every transaction. So if you give a $10 gift, we'll be taking $1 off, so your final payment will be $11 to Delightly. 10 will go to your friends, 1 will go to us. In our 2.0 version, we'll end up also having revenue coming from our merchant accounts as well. We'll be able to have priority listing. As Evan mentioned earlier, we have the localized maps and being able to have targeted messaging and prioritized listings there. So potentially, rather than being the exact hyperlocal offerings, you will then have maybe someone that's a mile away be #1 because they have a preferred listing. As well, we want to see, once our consumers are in the door, or our users are in the door, we want to have on-site promotions where this merchant knows that you've now come to their location, let's say Cyclass Coffee. They know that you now have $9 to spend, and they can offer you specific promotions to kind of engage you to increase that spend. So maybe it's a free sample of this, a specific new coffee product, or it can be a 25% off an add-on item, let's say a scope. Looking some more at our financials themselves, based on a user engagement model around really having a very small percentage of highly engaged users, about a quarter being once a month, so about 6 gifts a year, and then another third being maybe giving a gift about 4 times a year. We see that on average we get about 6 gifts per year per user. Looking at installs of somewhat comparable industries, again, Delightly is fairly unique in terms of how it's leveraging the social aspect and a financial transaction, but looking at comparable brands like Venmo, Square Cash, we're we're hoping to see similar rates of user adoption and installs, where we're going from about 10,000 users in year 1 to 1 million in year 2 to 3 million in the third year. Resulting from that dollar transaction, and again, this revenue is based off of just our dollar transaction on top, not including our merchant services. This would result in going from 3 million in year 2 to 18 million in year 3. Our major cost drivers is going to be our cost of acquisition, where for the first 2 years, we're going to offer every single new user is going to receive $5 gift credit. So they can invite someone else into this network. So essentially, they're doing the marketing for us by inviting someone else in, and your first delightful experience is what you saw in the implementation. Additionally, another primary cost driver is this transaction and escrow fees, where for every dollar we're taking currently, we're going to be paying out 58 cents of that, as well as we have this unknown currently for our server space. Finally, looking at our P&L, our growth rate, we see that there's a major drop off in cost after year 3 once we are pulling back on that $5 acquisition piece. So our needs from you guys today. We're in need of a technical lead. We also need to work on those financial transactions, to lower those financial transaction fees, so either working deeply with a partner or looking to get a more enterprise rate. The rates currently are mostly at a retail level. And finally, looking to gather $100,000 to build out our seed money for our 2.0 device, which will be launching in year 2. Thank you very much.
Great job on the introduction, and also you guys nailed the video. I thought the little video piece where you showed the storytelling around the gifts. I thought, for me that was a really effective use of the video presentation. Do you want to comment?
Yes, but you got to clean up the imagery. You got to make it crisp. You got to make it readable. You got to fix colorization.
Well, and so that's an interesting point of like, there's that, and I guess it'll be really, I guess it's really good for kind of the flash and sizzle, but given that it's going to be user-generated content, like, but it just doesn't matter.
This is theater.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, make it better than that.
Okay.
Better than that.
Yeah, because it wasn't sure if we wanted, like, I was even thinking about shooting out Vine, so like, look, it's like has Vine, but really kind of jazz it up, right?
Yeah, make that
Steadicam, 4K, Sony.
Get it right. Shoot it right.
3D, curved screen,
Yeah.
the whole
Okay.
Let's see. I think you could do a better job at the beginning just declaring your category. So after you introduce yourself, you put up a slide that's titled "The App." Right? So that's kind of boring. So what are you? It takes 3 slides into this to know what you are. And actually, it took about 15 slides in for me, for the light bulb to go on and say, oh, you are the vanguard of the mobile gift card category. Or maybe you're not the vanguard. Maybe that category is out there. I don't know. You never really talk about competition. And I don't know whether you're, then I realized I don't know whether you're talking about a prepaid or postpaid mobile gift card, which,
In what sense?
well, it's a prepaid gift. If people put the money in ahead of time, then actually your monetization model may be wrong. I mean, you may make your money on the flow.
It is prepaid, but we haven't been able to figure out a way to get it into an escrow account that we can then manipulate ourselves.
See,
without
the
much-
issue is you're going to get creamed by somebody who can't figure that out.
Yeah. And so that's why, the thing is that as of now, I can't say it because we don't know. And so I guess the question is, that's kind of what we're looking for on that financial part.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. Just to build on that, you didn't talk enough about these guys, like the mobile, like tsunami
Okay.
that's hitting society, and how you guys are gonna like go, whoa, I'm gonna delight you with you, and you use this magic wand, like bing, hit you with a delight, and you're gonna like that sort of behavior of like text messaging meets selfie meets gifting. Gift cards are boring. Fun. That's cool. Like I can bing delight you. Right?
And by the way, an adverb may not be a good verb.
Yeah. And that bing times billions that's what you want to like set in my mind, rather than wow, got a magic wand. These guys are going to create a magic wand that you use multiple times a day, billions.
In terms of that, do you think it would be like open with that video and then say like, and then let's talk about the marketing, you want to talk about like mobile market, and then say like, here's our experience.
Here's my idea. Somebody's over there at a cafe. Somebody enters stage left, and oh man, it's Robbie's birthday. Sweet. Bing. Robbie goes, Delightly. Wow, I got a bartender. You know,
Yeah.
Oh, it's that. That's big. That moment. That magic. And I think that's the same thing for the other team. Like mom walks into the Target car, little kid starts crying, screaming, and like, oh, there's the need, boom. Here's the other mom over here who's like got the kid under control and manages the situation in a different way, right? So show us that.
So I'm not sure how the stage is going to be set up, but last year it was basically stools in the back when you're not talking and the one person stands up and moves around. I would recommend moving around, and the other thing is I feel like it was a good presentation, but you guys need way more energy. Just be more excited. The one slide about customer touch points, I felt the text was really tiny. I don't know if it makes sense to maybe have something zoom in and then go back. That might be a little bit easier to read because I was squinting trying to read it.
Yeah, put on that slide, that cloud slide.
Yeah.
Because like everything else is so big and bold, and then you have that, and you're just like,
Yeah, do it.
yeah.
Who laid that slide out?
I did.
Okay, great. How about it?
No, I know, I couldn't even read it.
Yeah.
Rachel, how dare you?
Is this,
I'm sorry.
is that not the space? Is it dark enough for the slides to be, because they're all washed out right now?
Yeah.
Is it
feel
gonna be
it's
dark?
better.
Okay.
So, I like the construction of it, it's just to Raheem's point. Text big.
Yeah, like zoom in on it, like magic move on Keynote, and then bring it back. Yeah. It'll just be more enlightening.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the transitions between and there was one, like you guys did a lot of bouncing back, a lot in the beginning, and you guys are over there to the management process. And maybe a little bit more kind of fluidity across the stage to like tell the story of much.
Yeah, like I didn't get the logic of going down the market twice. Didn't quite follow that.
And then, like, plan it in a way that if you've got the clicker, and you're gonna go like, I'm done clicking, walk over and keep talking, meander over. Oh, that's your turn. Okay, so be next to them, so it's not just you, like, on. Or like, can you have multiple clickers now?
Yeah. I remember last year, Nathan, after we presented, he basically caught us all off guard in terms of like when we were sitting on the stools, we're like, twiddling our thumbs, like looking around. But I think you should all kind of be smiling and just kind of look like, I don't want to say a statue, but pretty much like a statue because you don't want to be distracting your partners presenting. So yeah, just be cautious of what your body language is, what you guys are doing when you're not presenting.
Yeah, and building off of Ash's initial concept, and this is big for me, it's not an app, it's a platform, it's a service. You've got partners that are B2B partners, you've got B2C consumer partners. You have to talk about the bigness of this,
Yeah.
not the app. That's too small. Right?
The app is just a touch point.
So make sure, how do you get that out of your mouth really quickly? That we're a platform that involves these components, right? And an app is just one of them.
And part of this whole tornado of activity and enthusiasm, excitement about mobile giving. Go back to your ask slide.
Yeah, because this is this is where I think you need the most, like, help kind of going forward on.
Yeah, because I mean, the
This
slide
whole kind
before
of
this
financial
has
piece.
big letter X, and we'll, between now and next residency,
Yeah.
we'll figure out what X is.
Yeah, exactly.
People, partners,
And so I think also, next one, we don't have it yet, but we want to know, we want to be able to say, I gave you that, we want X to do this, but we're not quite sure on what's the X alone for what we're.
Yeah, I mean, this again, I mean, these seem like these are pressing needs, but to do what you're talking about here, you know, $100,000 is barely a down payment. You know, you need huge resources to get there, and you know, this. Let's talk about this offline. About what you, I think you need to ask for something that gets you closer to your goal.
Okay.
Yeah, this could be huge, so you want to make sure you're asking for them now.
Yeah, that's where we have, there's a lot of blank spots on our.
I mean, you know, I'm not sure that that's 2.0. I mean, $100,000 is more like seed for 0.2.
I think it's just how we, what we're.
That's just a lunch, that's what we need, like, feed everybody at lunch.
Yeah, exactly. For this.
Okay.
And just one more quick comment. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, your marketing costs, you get $5 per acquisition. Did that include also your display ads and your AdWords? So your acquisition costs are actually higher than $5, right? So just include all of that. So that's actually huge. Nobody's like counting up.
Yeah, and all the people will take to acquire. I mean, you know, it'd be great if everything was viral. That once 10 people got something, that it just took care of itself after that, wrote a million on the face of town. But it usually doesn't work out like that.
And I think language gifting versus giving. What is it? This is semantics. So really think about those words, gifting versus giving. Is it both? Is it one? Is it the other?
And just one quick comment. Something that I noticed with the other team is to kind of give a status of like, is your app in the App Store? Go to my website to sign up. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Like, give a little call to action to the audience in terms of what is happening.